got to show you this. I mean, a totally dramatic moment on a highway near Toronto. Here it is. Take a moment, have a look. Police say a 36-year-old man experiencing some sort of medical episode was trapped in that burning car. So 5 passersby, they run towards the danger. They rescue the driver. And moments later, the car did this. It burst into flames. I know you're sitting there at home or wherever you are in your office, you're watching this, your jaw is dropping, thinking, oh my goodness, that is an incredible rescue. Maybe even considering what would I have done in that situation. I mean, there are a few people who run to danger, right? But let's talk about that. Our chase team has reached Sergeant Kerry Schmidt in Toronto. He's with the Ontario Provincial Police Highway Safety Division. And Kerry, we've talked many times in the past. Always great to have you on the program. I look at that video and again, it's one of those wow moments. Just take me through what happened.
Yeah, I am flabbergasted as well. It was unbelievably shocking to see that. You can see the drama unfold as these Good Samaritans witnesses come across this vehicle. They see the vehicle bouncing off the highway walls, left side and right side, the big cloud of dust before it crashes, comes to a rest in Mississauga on the ramp to Cawthra Road. And as these drivers pull up to the scene, they know the driver is still inside that vehicle. And as they approach, they start to see smoke. And they start pounding on the window, kicking it open, and they cannot break through that glass. And you can hear the panic by the person who's recording this film, and you can hear the panic from the people that are trying to rescue them. And they finally get a hammer. You can hear her calling it a hammer. Someone that threw one over from a vehicle driving by, and they were able to smash through that glass and open that door, lift the airbag, and drag the driver out of that vehicle just as the vehicle burst completely into flames.
You know, Kerry, it's just, I'm shocked by how strong that glass is. You would think that a good swift kick would get through it, but you watch these big dudes just trying to break that window and they can't do it. I want to know if anyone involved in that rescue was injured in any way trying to help that driver.
Well, I spoke to 2 of the heroes already, and just this morning I actually spoke to the driver who was inside that vehicle as well. He has some minor burns. The other heroes had some minor burns as well, but it was absolutely incredible. Absolute heroes for them to go into danger. And what really speaks to me is that you see this happening and there is not a single emergency responder in sight. These are citizens that just happen to be driving in that area, and they stop and they do the right thing. And I know I told them, go ahead.
You're a first responder yourself. I want to know, what did you tell them?
Well, I am just forever humbled and grateful and thankful for their service and for their good deeds, because I know that by the time we get there, the car is completely engulfed in flames and the driver would not be coming out alive. And that man in that vehicle owes his life to these men who did everything they could to get into that vehicle and get him out. He was unresponsive in the vehicle. He has no memory of the scene, but he did come to shortly after, dragging him out of the vehicle. But what an incredible, scary experience, but heartwarming for me to see that. And I know people who are watching that might be thinking, what would I do? And I know even the heroes, when I was talking to them, they were a bit conflicted at some point, because they're putting themselves in danger. What would have happened if the car would have exploded and they would have had massive burns or serious injuries, and yet in the end everyone is okay. Everyone's going to make a full recovery. The man in the vehicle is going to be fine, and it's just such an amazing story. I love to see that. We're seeing more and more dash cam and people recording, and very often we see situations like this and everyone gets out their cameras and no one pitches in to help.
Yeah.
But in this case, boy, we had all the help in the world, and they were doing everything they could to smash through that window, elbow strikes, punches, kicks, and finally they got some a metal object, a hammer, to get through that glass. That glass is strong, and boy, time is of the essence, and seconds count.
How long was it before first responders actually did get to that scene? Because, they're not driving by just because they are.
Yeah, I don't know the exact time of their arrival, but all I know is by the time they did arrive, the vehicle was completely engulfed and there would have been no time for rescue.
Are these heroes, as you've called them, are they going to be honored in any way? Because I watch this and I think you guys rock. You know, I mean, obviously, you think about, well, what if that car did burst into flames while they were all around that, and they couldn't get the person out? And my heart is pounding just even talking about that situation. It didn't happen that way. They're okay. You talked about some of the injuries they sustained, but are they going to be honored?
Absolutely. They are being nominated for Heroes and Life-Saving Awards. That is being done right now through the fire departments are working on that. We're working on it as well through the OPP. We want to recognize people that go above and beyond. And I'm telling you, to see it in video like this, we hear the stories and we're humbled by them. But when you see it in action and you see it happening in real time, it is absolutely terrifying and heartwarming all at the same time. And it is really just my debt of gratitude and thanks to those people, and obviously everyone involved in this situation just deserves a hero's thanks, and that's exactly what they are.
Well, I'm glad you do what you do as well, Kerry, and I know you've been in that situation, and you are one of those guys who runs towards danger. Thanks for walking us through this story. You be well.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Sergeant Kerry Schmidt with the Ontario Provincial Police.